All righty. Okay, so we're currently in the Gap app and we've created a profile. So I need to put in, well, what are my scores? What's my GPA? Because most schools have certain requirements and you need to make sure or understand that you're going to get into some schools and maybe not others. So a good average SAT score for a school in Texas is roughly 1120. A good ACT score is going to be somewhere in the range of 19 to 25, so we'll just say 23. GPA, because you are a stellar student, is going to be a 3.32. All right, so I've got that in. I now need to decide, what are my post-high school plans? Do I want to attend college, or I'm just not really sure yet? I'm sort of figuring it out. I'm going to attend college. You can decide on a variety of intended degree plans, vocational or trade. So that would be things like welding, mechanics, some graphic design certifications, things like that. Associate's degrees, which is what you would get at a junior college like Dallas College or Tarrant County College. And then a bachelor's degree is a 4-year degree. So I'm going to put in associate's degree because I'm not really sure I want to be in school for 4 years. And I am very interested in healthcare. So click next. And where do I want to go? What schools do I want to attend? Well, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to start with what I know. Always start with what you know. That's always the best course of action. So I live right near Dallas College, Richland campus. So I'm going to add that. And I think I might add, let's see, maybe Brookhaven as well, because that one sounds familiar to me. So have I applied for financial aid? That's an important thing to understand and to know. If you are a U.S. citizen, you're going to apply for the FAFSA, which is the federal financial aid. If you are not, you're going to apply with the TASFA, which is a separate document. If you haven't applied for financial aid, don't worry. Usually you have until mid-spring, but the earlier you do, usually the more money you receive. How much financial aid do you expect to receive from your family? So that is called expected financial contribution. And that's how much money you're going to pay, how much money your family has saved up, how much money you have saved up. Most people don't have a whole lot, but I'm going to say it's maybe $2,000. If you're working, right, we need to know that, or you want to put that in because that's considered additional income. So currently I'm working 15 to 30 hours a week. Are you a first-generation student? So there is a lot more financial aid that's out there for first-generation students. And a first-generation student is defined as no one in your family has gone to college or received anything more than an associate's degree. So am I a first-generation student? Yes. Do I want to live far away from home? Probably not. I think maybe I might even want to live at home, but I don't want to travel far. So I'm going to look up to 25 miles. So I have now all of my information. It's calculating the schools that might match the requirements that I put in. And once it's done that, and then I can go in and I can look at the different schools that it wants me, or that it matches for me. So, as you can see, my preferred schools are Dallas College, Brookhaven, Dallas College, Richland campus, and you'll see that the red $sign shows that it might be beyond my reach financially, but academically, which is the little green hat, is within my reach. The schools that it recommends for me based on the information that I put in are Houston Community College Northwest, Houston Community College Northeast, Houston Community College Southwest. So I don't know anything about Houston. I'm just going to pick one. And when you do, it takes you to the information, the financial and academic information on that particular school. So as we scroll down, you can see finances, what the tuition is, books and supplies, transportation, which is something that a lot of people don't consider. You have to pay for gas. If you don't have a car, you're going to pay for public transportation. So all of that is considered in that transportation little area. And then other would be things like your personal expenses. At some point, you have to buy groceries, you're going to buy body soap, shampoos, all of those wonderful things. You can see where it shows expected family contribution, maximum Pell Grant, which comes from the federal government, maximum Texas Grant, which comes from the state of Texas, and I don't want to take out any loans. So still, despite all that, my out-of-pocket costs are $2,037. So my academic requirements match because Houston Community College doesn't have any academic requirements in order to attend, which means that you can simply enroll. It is 9 miles from my home, so that's my distance. And then this is a list of all of the different degrees, vocational and associate, that it provides. So if I want to compare that to another school, I click on compare, and I can look at another school, Lone Star Sci-Fair. I'm going to click on that, and what it'll do is it just basically takes me back, and I can look at both or just those individual schools themselves. So that's one way to do it. Frequently asked questions. How are my recommendations calculated? Why am I recommended to attend a local community college? Why did the GapApp assume I will live at home if I attend a community college? So this gives you just a little bit more information on how this particular app comes up with that. Now I want to see all of the schools that match my criteria in Houston. Oops. And this gives me the list. And I can click on any one of these. So I can compare, I can look at colleges. If I want to change my criteria, I would just change here, living at home. No, I'm not going to live at home. And you can adjust that as you go through. So you can also edit your profile, which maybe your financial situation changes, your family situation changes. So I can go back into my profile and change those things. If I want to know how the school that I want to go to did, I can click on report card. This takes a little bit to pull up because it's a pretty big file, but this will take you to the report card, which then tells you how did your school stack up against other schools in supporting students like you. So it's a little small right here, and I can't get it to go bigger. Oh, there we go. Dun, dun, dun. So you can see that most of the schools here are listed, and I can see how they did in supporting first-generation students and how they rated. So just like kids get a report card, colleges get a report card. So in a nutshell, there's the GapApp.